Hi guys, am I audible correctly to you all? Perfect. So it's in hands-on as she said. So laptop हो तो अच्छी बात है. I hope तुम्हें burp suit पता होगा कैसे work करता है. You're in cyber security conference, so you should know burp suit. Wireshark भी चलेगा, not an issue. Okay. So I hope you had a wonderful Identity Shield 25, right? Since it's the last session of today, so I will try to keep it crisp, concise, and very interesting for you all guys. So you don't feel that much lethargic after when you will come back again tomorrow. So let me start by introducing myself. I am Gaurav Todwal, and I am a software engineer here at miniOrange. And I am an API security enthusiast. I love to code API, and I also try to make every API that I code a security zone, right? And I am also a sports person. I like to play cricket and football. And I have Surinder Kumar here with me. I think you have been hacked. He's hacked, I guess.
Yeah, so hi, I am Surindra Kumar, a cybersecurity expert and a tech enthusiast. So I have been working here at miniOrange from past 3 years, developing solutions to protect identities, secure enterprise and e-commerce applications. So along with cybersecurity, I'm always love to explore and learn emerging technologies.
So let's go. As you can see on the screen right now, are the newspaper headlines of Indian newspaper. When you see it on the top, you see 815 million Indians got breached by their data. Not only from the Aadhaar card website, but also from BSNL and both. They all got hacked. Your email address and your financial data was also leaked from Loan Depot and from Angel One. So you see, you are not at all secure when you browse on the internet. You already have known these things, right? Just give me a hands up if you know that these breaches have happened. And you also know how these has happened, right? So what we will do and what me and Surinder were discussing is, being a software engineer and being a technical enthusiast, it's our duty to safeguard the data of every single individual that is accessing our application. It's our duty, so we have to make sure how to do that. So as every Indian, when we were thinking कि हम करें क्या? अगर हम करें तो करें क्या? अगर हम बोले तो बोले क्या? So we just, when I did came in miniOrange, I didn't know about that much about cybersecurity. I was discussing it with my seniors, and I came to know about penetration testing. So in this session, hackers versus defender, as the name says, we will learn about penetration testing, okay? And it will be a hands-on experience for you all guys. So you will penetrate an application and learn all the things you can learn about penetration testing. Since the time limit is very small with us, so we will perform little bit of hacks, and I'm sure by the end of this session, you all will be a millionaire. Sure, a millionaire. Trust me. So, ready to go? As I told you, today we will be on a mission of hacking an application. So every mission, like in Marine Corps, we have an agenda. कि जाना है, गोली मारनी आना है. That is not that. We will understand from the basic itself what is penetration testing and its importance, and we will go on to a hand warmer exercise to hack into an application, and then we'll learn कौन से गोली बारूद है इनके पास, attackers के पास जो हमें hack करते रहते हैं. We will understand what are the arsenal of attackers, and after that, we will understand how to fortify our own defenses to protect our application from the hackers. Okay? So I hope you guys are excited. So get those inquisitive juice flowing, and let's begin. Let's start, as I told you, from a very basic thing, penetration testing. So penetration testing, also known as ethical hacking, is a process of stimulating real-world cyber attacks to evaluate and strengthen your application. I emphasize on word real-world cyber attacks. So it's not that attack. It's not the attack that we do with our friends कि भाई तेरा password क्या है, वाह वाह मैंने hack कर लिया, तेरा Wi-Fi मैंने access कर लिया. नहीं, वो नहीं करने वाले. We will do a real-world cyber attack. Okay, so तुम लोग ये सब सोच रहे होंगे ये penetration testing होती क्या है, right? So let's understand it through an example. whenever I want to purchase a house in Pune. I want to be a millionaire. So I want to purchase a house in Pune. And when I purchase my house, I want to make it secure enough so that whenever there is any, whenever there is any unwanted thief getting inside my house, I have to secure it from it. So what will I do? अगर मेरे घर में चोरी से रोकना है मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? Any answers? Yeah, you are near enough. How to find a way? Exactly. I will hire a thief to get inside my house. I will hire a thief. भाई मेरे घर के अंदर जाके दिखा एक बार. मुझे बताओ सर यहाँ पे ओपन लॉक्स है या मेरी खिड़की टूटी हुई है या मेरा डोर में दया आ जाए मेरे घर में लात मार के गेट तोड़ दे. तो मुझे समझाना पड़ेगा ना, मुझे समझना पड़ेगा मेरे एप्लीकेशन के अंदर या फिर मेरे हाउस के अंदर ऐसी क्या वनरेबिलिटीज है जिससे अटैकर अंदर घुस सकता है या फिर थीफ अंदर घुस सकता है. सिमिलरली पेनिट्रेशन टेस्टर क्या करता है? ये सेम चीज एक एप्लीकेशन के लिए करता है. He basically makes sure that the application which he is testing out is secure enough so the external attacker who is coming inside our application with bad intentions cannot get inside it. Okay? I hope you understand what is penetration testing. So now let's understand why it is important. We have understand it in a little niche format कि ये important क्यों होता है? क्योंकि हमें अपनी application बचानी है attacker से. So as a software engineer, why it is important for me? Let's understand that. Break in to make it. We have to break our application to understand certain vulnerabilities that are present inside my application so that when the next time comes, I will make sure that a hacker cannot get inside it. Okay? Next is win trust secure data. So while working in miniOrange, I have understood one simple thing. Every customer that comes to me with a particular use case, he always asks, तुम्हारा ऑन प्रेमाइज है क्लाउड है? व्हेन आई से ऑन प्रेमाइज है तो हाउ आर यू सिक्योरिंग आवर डेटा? सब पूछते हैं बिकॉज एवरी कस्टमर रिक्वायर्स द डेटा टू बी सिक्योर. सो फॉर विनिंग देयर ट्रस्ट वी हैव टू शो देम वी सिक्योर द डेटा while doing penetration testing and we have tested all our application so that nobody can get inside it. So we have to secure the data and we have to win the trust of our customers. तभी हम सबकी सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर्स की सैलरीज आएगी, राइट? गेम ऑफ थ्रेट्स. एज आई टोल्ड यू, इंटरनेट में अगर तुम अपने लैपटॉप में लाइव ट्रैकिंग ऑफ हैक टाइप करोगे तो एक वेबसाइट खुलेगी. उस वेबसाइट के अंदर यू कैन फाइंड आउट रीसेंट अटैक्स दैट आर गोइंग ऑन एंड आई एम 110% श्योर 20 to 30 अटैक्स विद इन अ मिनट तुम्हें दिख जाएंगे वहां पे. यू शो लिसनिंग 20 to 30 अटैक्स विद इन अ मिनट, दैट्स अ ह्यूज अमाउंट. बिकॉज अगर एक अटैक से 815 मिलियन इंडियंस का डेटा चोरी हो सकता है तो 20 to 30 अटैक से कितना डेटा जाता होगा in a single day, in a single minute. So we have to get ready for the game of threats and we have to penetrate test our application so that वो data lose now. And after that, we have to hack ahead so that अगली बार जब attacker अपनी application में आए, we are ready to defend our application. We are ready to say that please come with new tactics. I have already learned those tactics and I will definitely secure my application from it. So for hacking ahead, we must have to understand कि ऐसे कौन से अटैक हैं जो अटैकर परफॉर्म कर सकता है. So I think Surinder will help you with the same, right Surinder?
Yeah, so thank you Gaurav for giving the wonderful overview. So as we understand what is penetration testing and why it's important, let's go one step ahead. Now we will see what are the tools and methods attackers use to exploit the vulnerabilities in the systems. So just as ethical hackers have their own approach, own structured approach to testing, attackers do have their own set of techniques, tools that they rely on to gain unauthorized access to the systems. So these methods can range from like simple phishing schemes to sophisticated attacks. So all designed to break the systems and cause damage. So let's take a closer look at what are the some common attacks that attackers can perform on the applications. So those attacks can be like input attacks, session hijacking, business logic flaws, misconfigurations. So you might be wondering like, ये है क्या? है क्या ये attacks है क्या? So let's let's see one by one. So what are those attacks are? So input attacks. So input attack occurs when an attacker, let's say, uploads some malicious script to the applications, which may exploit the application or hijack the applications uh, to disrupt the services. So the common type of attacks are like SQL injection, command injection, or cross-site scripting. Let's move forward to the session hijacking. So session hijacking is a critical attack that targets the session mechanism of the applications. So how we manage the sessions in the applications. So if the attacker able to steal the session cookies or hijack the session of a user, so they can just impersonate themselves on behalf of that user and can get their sensitive informations. Next, we have business logic flaws. So these flaws occurs when there are vulnerabilities in the system design or how the system is implemented, how the business logic is implemented. So these usually don't occur from the technical vulnerabilities, but these usually arise from how the system implemented the processes or business logics. And the next we have file exploits. So file exploit occurs when we upload some, let's say we upload some script to the servers. So using that script, we can just execute some attacks to cause the damage to a system, to steal the informations, or to gain some unauthorized access to achieve whatever the attacker want to achieve. And the next is misconfiguration. So misconfigurations often occurs when the system settings or configurations not done properly. So like many applications provide default credentials. So if user don't change those credentials, attackers can gain unauthorized access to those systems. If our application is exposing the too much error details, so this also can give attackers an idea about the underlying structure of the applications, or let's say the database files where the scripts are written like that. So this can help the attackers to plan the attacks on your applications. And next one is insecure codes. Let's say we haven't done the course policies correctly. So other malicious websites can access the resources or APIs of the trusted site, and which may lead to steal the informations. So समझ रहे हो? So ये सारे अटैक्स हैं जो अटैकर कैन परफॉर्म ऑन दी एप्लीकेशंस, जिससे उनके एप्लीकेशंस को ब्रेक कर सकते हैं, डेटा स्टील कर सकते हैं, और सेशन हाईजैक वगैरह कर सकते हैं. So next we will see how we can attack to defend. Over to you, Gaurav.
What a great introduction to every attack that I have learned till yet. So I know you guys get bored from theories, right? So let's go and do some hacking. You are here for this only. So just one thing before hacking, just short thing. I want to let you know that these are the 5 steps that we perform to hack into an application: reconnaissance, scanning, exploitation, pre-exploitation, and reporting. So ये नाम पढ़ के रिकनसाइंस नाम पढ़ के तो मुझे याद करने में 3 दिन लग गए थे. ये नाम पढ़ के तुम्हें अजीब लग रहा होगा ना कि ये है क्या एक्चुअली. सो अपन ये सारे 5 स्टेप्स परफॉर्म करेंगे और एट द सेम टाइम हम ये सीखेंगे कि ये 5 स्टेप्स किस तरह से वर्क करते हैं एक एप्लीकेशन के अंदर ब्रेक करने के लिए. ओके, सो लेट्स हैक एंड लर्न. लेट्स बी हैकर टुडे. ओके, so I want you all guys to go to this particular website. You can use your own hotspot, mobile hotspot. This is a local application which we have deployed to a domain. So hack.juice-shop.ip-ddns.com. So this is the OWASP juice shop. Many of you have heard about it, right? So it's a friendly application which you can hack anytime you want. So बहुत hack करने का मन हुआ इसको hack कर लो. So I hope you all guys have accessed this application. Give me a thumbs up if you are done with that. अगर इंटरनेट नहीं चल रहा है तो you can also see what we do and perform it on at your home. Oh, sorry, I should let you show that domain. My bad. Yeah, this is the domain again. Done? Thumbs up? 2, 3, 4. Guys, you don't have a laptop. Thumbs up. Yeah, that. Okay. So do you guys also have Burp Suite or Wireshark installed? Yeah, perfect, perfect. So you know how to open a Chromium browser from Burp Suite, or have you made a proxy to any other like Mozilla or Chrome? If you don't know, this is the Burp Suite, how it will look. When you click on every functional step to open a Burp Suite community, so when you go to Intercept, you will see an option to open browser on the top right, and on the bottom orange color button. Are you able to see that? Guys, please give me a hands up so we can start. Yeah. Okay, so when you will open a browser, this type of browser will open. Just copy this link and paste it in this browser, the Chromium browser, and you will be able to get into a OWASP hack shop. Okay, so let's begin, right? So as I told you, the first step is reconcile. Okay, so whenever I see an application, I try to take an overview of this application. First overview would be, ये application करती क्या है? What this application do? Second would be, how this application do what it does. Basically, ये एक e-commerce application है, तो मैं सोचूंगा कि ये सारे जो products हैं इसके, apple juice, apple pomance, banana juice, ये एक application में render कैसे हो रहा है? ये database fetching कर रहा होगा मेरे हिसाब से. The first thing that come into mind. बेसिकली शायद से ये मॉडल आर्किटेक्चर एप्लीकेशन हो कि बैक एंड किसी और में लिखा हुआ हो, फ्रंट एंड किसी और में लिखा हुआ हो. दिस आई कैन गेट फ्रॉम इट. और व्हाट आई कैन गेट इज कि बेसिकली ई कॉमर्स एप्लीकेशन है और इसके अंदर में लॉग इन करना पड़ेगा. सो व्हाट फर्स्ट थिंग वुड आई डू इज टू हैक इनटू एन एप्लीकेशन, आई विल ट्राई टू गेट इनटू जस्ट अ मिनट, आई विल ट्राई टू गेट इनटू दिस एप्लीकेशन थ्रू एन एडमिन प्रोसेस. कि अगर मैं इस एप्लीकेशन के अंदर एडमिन की तरह लॉगिन हो जाऊं गलती से भी, तो आई हैव एवरी प्रिविलेजेस दैट दिस एप्लीकेशन कैन गिव मी. ओके, सो व्हाट वी विल डू इज वी विल गो टू द Burp Suite and we will go to HTTP history. It is the second tab from the top right, just on the second column. And when I go to the history, I will see some socket.io link that is not required from right now. So this is all the things that I can get, but before that, there's one thing, main.js. It just load the JavaScript of that application. So we know कि ये JavaScript load हो रही है यहाँ पे. So it's using some JavaScript. And also I can find that this is an Angular application. Perfect. Angular application with Node.js backend. You will understand all those things which I'm doing right now through experience. So whenever you hack into the application, you will understand the tech stack as soon as you just try to go around with various applications. Okay, so सबसे पहली चीज यहाँ पे दिखती है who am I. It's just giving me an user object. Okay, from the top right you can see it's just giving me a user object जो बता रहा है कि कौन सा user logged in है. फिलहाल मैं logged in नहीं हूँ, तो it's an empty object, right? So let me go to the OWASP juice shop. And just right now let me log out. Okay. Now I will try to log into this application. Since I am not registered, I will try to click on not yet customer. Okay. If you guys are following up with me, if I am going a little bit fast, you can just raise your hand and say, please go a little bit slow. So what we have done is we have been to an user registration page. So now I will try to register myself to understand what is their registration process. Okay. So I will just go Gaurav @hacking.you. I am hacking you. So the password would be ASDFG, and the repeat password is again ASDFG. The security question, I will keep my maternal grandmother name is ASDFG again. So I will register myself, and you see registration's completed successfully. So I was able to register into this application. So the first thing that should come into your mind कि इस एप्लीकेशन ने तो मेरे पासवर्ड में 5 कैरेक्टर्स डाल रखे थे और इसने स्पेशल कैरेक्टर्स तो मांगे ही नहीं मुझसे एप्लीकेशन में एंटर करने के लिए, राइट? सो इट्स ऑल्सो वनरेबिलिटी ऑफ एप्लीकेशन दैट दे आर नॉट, एज सुरेंद्र सेड, इनपुट वैलिडेशन. वो इनपुट वैलिडेशन नहीं कर रहे हैं, वो चेक ही नहीं कर रहे हैं कि पासवर्ड जो एंटर हो रहा है वो स्ट्रॉन्ग है या नहीं है. अभी के लिए अपन उसको साइड में रखते हैं. अभी अपना मेजर फोकस है एडमिन की तरह लॉगिन करना इस एप्लीकेशन में. ओके, सो लॉगिन पेज ऐसा है. So let's see how we register into this application. So I will try to find a post call to a certain user endpoint because obviously हर user ऐसे कोड करता है. So API/users के अंदर तुम जाकर देखोगे तो there is an post call with all the details that I filled in the form. Okay, so you can see the email gaurav@hacking.com.u, password repeat, and all the security questions that I have answered it from. And when you go to the response side, you will see the status success and the data. What all data are we receiving as a response from the API call? So you must see, you are receiving and a role here, a role of customer on the third line of this response. So the role of the customer which you are getting is an vulnerability, right? I can change the role to something. मुझे admin बनना है तो मैं role admin change check कर लूँगा, and then I will try to register as a user. क्या मैं login कर पाऊँगा? Let's see. So what I will do here is I will try and send this API to a repeater. You can just right click on it, go to repeater section, or just click on Control+R. So when I will go to repeater, it will just show me a same request that I have made to this particular application. मैं यहाँ से response send करूँगा, request send करूँगा, and response का wait करूँगा. Oh, validation error. चलो इस application में कहीं तो validation हो रहा है. मेरा email कम से कम दोबारा नहीं ले रहा है. So validation error, and I get the field email. Email must be unique. So क्या करना चाहिए मुझे? Email change करना चाहिए. तो let's see. Gaurav hacking you की जगह Gaurav hacked you because I found the vulnerability. So Gaurav hacked.u, and here the password would be same. And let me do one thing. Just try to make a new request with a new parameter in the object. I will try to give it a role. As an admin, because I want a role as admin. मुझे login करना है admin की तरह. Okay, and when I will send a request to it, oh, what I have done wrong? JSON property है, comma लगाना ही भूल गया. So let me enter a comma and send it out. Wow, guys, see admin role. You are seeing it? Admin बन गया मैं, e-commerce application का admin बन गया मैं. Because a simple and sober vulnerability of adding a role to a post request. So हर यूजर ऐसी गलतियां करता है. मैंने भी अपनी लाइफ में बहुत ऐसी गलतियां करी है जिससे एक छोटी सी गलती जो आपको एक बहुत बड़ी प्रिविलेज दे सकती है एक एप्लीकेशन के अंदर. सो यू मस्ट बी थिंकिंग कि बताओ तो सही कैसे लॉगिन करोगे. सो आई विल लॉग इन gaurav@hack.u. I will go and just try to refresh it. I think internet is not working right now. Yeah, so I will enter the email what I have sent in the post request. I will type in ASDFG the password and I will log in. Login हो गया, कम से कम login तो हो गया मैं. Now in every application there is any endpoint जो एक admin ही access कर पाता है केवल. As I have already done the reconnaissance of this application, I know कि वो endpoint क्या है. Okay, so जो बेसिक एंड पॉइंट होता है वही होता है ज़्यादातर. तो आई विल ट्राई टू गो एट एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर सर्विस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एंड सी आई एम एडमिन. आई एम एबल टू एक्सेस ऑल द यूजर डेटा. आई विल मेल टुमारो Morty that you have been hacked, give me $500. So it's easy. So this is easy to hack into an application. You understand? I just provided a role of admin and I am now admin. So now you must be wondering कि गौरव ये तो ठीक है हो गया है. What if मैं पोस्ट रिक्वेस्ट ही कैश ना कर पाऊँ उसकी या कर पाऊँ उसकी. तो what I will do is I will go again to a login endpoint. यहाँ पे मैंने login परफॉर्म किया था तो उसका email ID और पासवर्ड है. What I can do is, do you know about phishing? अगर मैं एक email भेजूँ तुमको कि यार you have been hacked, please click on this link to report this. You will click on this link, and what I will do from this link, I will take you to my website, okay, and I will steal out your cookies. तुम्हारे ब्राउजर्स के अंदर कुकीज होती है, यू ऑल नो दैट, राइट? विच अलाउज यू टू लॉग इन टू पर्टिकुलर एप्लीकेशन, वरना तुम्हें बार बार एक एप्लीकेशन के अंदर लॉग इन करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि कुकी ही वो सेशन मेंटेन करने के हेल्प करती है. वी कैन गो इन टू डीप अबाउट कुकीज, बट वी हैड लेस टाइम. सो इसके अंदर कुकी सेट हो रही है, और कुकीज के अंदर अपना टोकन होता है. तो यू आर गेटिंग अ टोकन फ्रॉम योर एप्लीकेशन, फ्रॉम अ पर्टिकुलर एप्लीकेशन, sorry, from this application, not a particular application. So we'll copy this. I will go on a new tab. I will go to jot.io, a very famous website. When I go to jot.io, you see there is I can decode a GWT from it. So I just paste it. So this is my data, right? So what is the vulnerability you can see here? Anybody can say, anybody can answer? इधर क्या vulnerability दिख रही है तुम्हें? एक बहुत major vulnerability है यहाँ पे. Speak up, guys. हाँ? पासवर्ड, एग्जैक्टली. पासवर्ड दे रखा है टोकन के अंदर. इफ आई एम फिशिंग यू, आई विल कैच अ कुकी, कुकी से टोकन निकालूंगा, jot.io में जाऊंगा, टोकन पेस्ट किया, आपका पासवर्ड मेरे हाथ में है. आर यू गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? राइट? सो इफ योर पासवर्ड इज विथ मी एंड इट इज हैश्ड, what I will go is I will copy it, open a new tab, and just enter it on the internet. Let's see what they give me. They give me the MD5 reverse of the password. So I can reverse hash it. And I just got the password, ASDFG. Do you remember that was the password? So it's that simple to get inside your application if you can get the cookies of a user. Also, just one thing. You're now logged in as admin. So the scanning and the exploitation part is done. We have scanned a vulnerability inside the application, and we have exploited that vulnerability. We are able to get inside the application with the admin privileges. Now, when I was doing a scanning of the application, I came to know one thing that make me wonder what attack can I perform on it. So I was not able to find out कि मैं कौन सा attack perform करूँ. I hope you guys are able to do that. I'm opening it in a new tab. ये एक legal.md इंफॉर्मेशन है, इस एप्लीकेशन का लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट एक तरह से. यहाँ पे क्या वनरेबिलिटी दिख रही है तुम्हें? जस्ट अ हिंट, गो चेक द यूआरएल ऑफ द एप्लीकेशन. तुम्हें क्या दिख रहा है यूआरएल? FTP. So now what would I do? I will remove the legal.md, right? To check कि इससे क्या हो रहा है. And I'm able to get every detail of every FTP detail of this particular application. I'm able to get quarantine folder. I'm able to get acquisition that this application have done or this particular OAuth 2 shop has done. I get the suspicious.error message. So I can use this particular endpoint to upload any file here. And I can access any file that they are uploading from this. So that is also vulnerability. Now, as you have understand how you can get into the admin side, now let's understand how we can get into this application and understand the database schema. So I hope, Surinder, you can able to tell it.
Yeah, okay. So next we will see like SQL injection attack. So as you can see, we have this list of views here that might be coming from the database or some file maybe. So we can check that. What else we can see? We can see one search button here. And if I search something, let's say banana. So we are getting search result. So let's see what's happening behind the scene using the web suite. So when I check for the request here, so I will check for either the post or put request. So these are for the socket API quantities. So it looks like there are a lot of requests. Let me just clear this out first. I will go back here and hit this again. Okay, now we can see there is a one post request. This is also for the socket. This one is for the socket. And yeah, so this is the one get request. And this is returning all the products we have, right? So we are getting the full list here. And you can see one thing here. Let me just maximize this. So you can see this endpoint, get endpoint, which what is this doing? Just getting the products from the either from the database or from the file. We don't know till now where these lists are stored or not. So let's just play around with this query parameter. Let me just search here. So first I have to put it in the repeater. And I will go to repeater. So I will just pass one parameter here, like let me search banana. Okay. So I'll send this. Okay. So we are getting the result as success. Okay. So we are not sure what's happening behind the scene right now, but if this is searching in the database, let's say, so this might be passed as a in the where condition, maybe to search for the banana in the SQL query. So let's do trying add here code. So we will add one code here and send this again. Okay, so we are getting some error here. It's saying some SQLite error and trying to run this query. Select start from products where name like banana. So from this information, what we can see, like we can see this is revealing the database, and it's showing us it's using SQLite database. Okay, we are seeing the complete query here. This is the query it's executing on the search request. So there is one. So if we put two hyphens here, so what these two hyphens do? This just comment out all the query after banana. So when I will send this request, so now the error changed. It's saying incomplete input. So why is this happening? Because as you can see this SQL query, it's okay till banana, but after that I have put two hyphens, which is commenting on the rest of the query. So as you can notice, this query have two opening parentheses. So what we can do, let's just try to close this out here before commenting commenting the rest of the query. And let's try to pass this. Okay, we are getting the success. Means we are able to execute the query till banana. So we are getting no results, but we are able to execute it successfully. So what next we can do? We can just add one more query here, like we can use the union. We will do the union attack here. So we will use the union with another SQL statement. So what union do? It will return the combined result of both the queries. So what we need to just make sure in the union attack, so union returns the result only if the number of rows should match between both the queries and the data type should also match. So let's do one thing. We will try to retrieve the schema of the database, schema of the tables stored in the database. So as we know, this is a SQLite database. So in the SQLite, so the schemas are stored in SQL master table. So you can search this out in the Google as well. So how to retrieve the schemas of the tables in the SQLite. So we will go to the first link. So we have a lot of information here. So see, we have one SQLite master table here, alternative names for the schema. So these names can be multiple, like this changes based on the versions. So let's try to run a query to get the table schemas from the SQLite database. So what I will do, I will just write a union statement, and after that we'll run our query. So let's do that. So I will select everything from SQLite master. I'll send this. So we are getting the bad request. Why we are getting the bad request? Because this is a GET request, and in the GET request we must pass the queries in base 64 encoded. So it should be URL encoded also. So let's just add some placeholders for the space for the base 60. Sorry, for the URL encode. So we use %20. This is used to skip the space. Let me just add this for all the spaces. Okay, let's try to execute this now. Okay, so now we are getting some different error. So it's saying selects to the left and right of the union do not have the same number of result columns. So to execute the union attack, we need to match the number of columns on both the queries for the get products and for the schema as well. So what we can do, like we can just pass some static values from here instead of the star. So let's try to brute force here to find out the number of columns available in the products table.
Surinder, I think we are up with the time. We should just tell them. My lucky number is 9.
Yeah, so, okay. I will quickly write this down. Like, we can pass like this.
Oh.
So, there are 9 columns. Let's just run this. See, so we are getting success and able to get the at least the schema of the products table. What are the rows available in the products table? So now what we have to do, we have to get the schema of all the tables present in the SQLite database. So as we know, there is a SQL column in the SQLite master table that stores the schema of the tables. So what I'll do, I will just try to replace one of the static value with the SQL. Let's start with the first one. Okay, success. See, we are able to get the schemas of all the tables that are present in the database. So after having these schemas of all the tables that we have in the database, we can just tweak our SQL injection queries to retrieve the data available in these tables. So in this way, we can just get all the information available for this particular site in the databases. So as we have seen now, what is penetration testing, why it's important. We have seen some attacks as well. So we have done some attacks hands-on as well. So now next we will see what are the perspectives of hackers and defenders here. So hackers or attackers always try to exploit the vulnerabilities in the systems to gain unauthorized access to the application to steal some sensitive information or cause damages to the systems. One of the key tactics of the attackers are to mimic attacks and techniques and procedures of the real-world attackers. On the other hand, what is the role of defender here? So defenders always try to protect the systems, detect the attack, and prevent them in real time. So the main priority of the defenders always to identify the potential threats available in the applications and fix them as quick as possible. So defender also learn from the attacks to improve overall security of the systems. So to summarize, attackers always try to attack and defender always try to protect and strengthen the security of the system. So both perspectives are critical to understand the dynamic and constantly evolving nature of the cybersecurity. So that's it. Gaurav, would you like to add something?
Yeah, I promised them that they would be millionaire while they go at home. So there's one thing in this OAS juice shop. Whenever you try to go to this adding something in the cart, you can manipulate the quantity of the cart. So for example, if I go back and I add it to the basket, and in the basket I can manipulate this quantity. So this is a homework for you guys. You can just negate that quantity. You can just make the quantity minus 100 or 1000, and you can get all those 1.99 pounds inside your wallet. So you go home, the same REST API thing which I used, changing the role, you can change the quantity using the same procedure, and you can become a billionaire while doing so. But you cannot fetch out the wallet balance for sure. So yeah, that was our time, guys. I think uh, we are we have exceeded the time limit. So it will be wonderful. Just leave us a feedback. Please don't go without giving it. You can scan this QR code, go to Google Form, and fill it out. I hope, and you can reach out to us using the both email addresses. Thank you guys for joining us at Identity Shield 25.